should be. Okay, we are back. Thank you for joining us with session 2 of Proving Grounds, which is the first adventure of the Citizens of the Frontier Star Frontiers game. For those of us rejoining, welcome back. For those of you seeing us for the first time, you might want to go back and watch part 1, so this will make any kind of sense. All right, so we have everybody just reintroduce yourselves and your character names, and then I'll give a short recap of where we were, and then we'll dive right in.
Hi, I'm James. I'm playing Finknottle Fish, who is a Osakar, which is a plant-like creature that is very tall and very heavy. Go ahead.
All right, Thorga, we're just going to go the way we're
Okay, sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Sean Little. I'm playing Torga Galicia, who's a Yazarian and pilot, current military pilot guy. Looks like a monkey.
Okay. Matt?
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm playing Joe Friday, who is a female Rusk, basically a giant space praying mantis. Yeah.
I'm Other Sean. I'm playing Harlan Wells, a human, soldier, and all-around bright guy.
Can you please describe the human? Because
no, we're good. We're good.
It is so exotic that I don't know words could make it out.
My name is Joel. I am playing Lamar Wint, who is a Dralocite. In other words, just think of a short, so think of a very large amoeba.
Okay.
Or silly buddy.
Okay, so the group was hired by. Let me pull this up. A older Yazarian war hero named Palgra Taldeshi, who was in the same clan as Thorga, which is what is their clan again? Kabaria. His wife was abducted by her brother. His wife is from another clan called Clan Invia. Inter-clan marriage is frowned upon. He has challenged Palgresh to take her back by force, and if he does, he'll accept it. Part of an ancient Yazarian rite called Tarmgesha. Tarmgesha is supposed to be a bloodless battle, although people do die and they're horribly injured in it. So the party was tasked with going into a not well explored national park on the planet they're living on, which is Cersei in the solar minor system. And they were told that she will be somewhere within a 5-mile radius of a lake called Lake Degolo. It was very inaccessible, and it's terrain that heavily favors Yazarians because it is a towering forest with a very thick double canopy, and very little light gets into it. So for a race that can climb, glide, and has good night vision, it strongly favors Yazarians. So the team landed at the most inaccessible location. Which is here. And the green kind of shows their progression. At this point, through the forest, this is the lake. This is kind of the radius area. This was their progression. Their logic was to cut the distance between the lake and the outer perimeter in half, and then do a circle. Here is where they fought their first encounter with an indigenous life form called death shrooms. They did well. No one was seriously injured, and they moved on. And at about this point, a tracker went off, letting them know that they were within 5 kilometers of their target after just literally maybe 4 or 5 hours of travel. They got within 5 kilometers of where their target is, and they were told, the tracker indicated that she was somewhere in this region, in the that it was southwest of their position. The tracker went dead there quickly thereafter, meaning that it was found and disabled. And that's where we are. They, I believe, Thorga, did you do some scouting?
Yes, I did. I went up to the treetops to do my.
And you did
scouting.
spot something to the southwest, yes?
It was a structure.
It was a bunch of interconnected platforms, with an artificial tarp over it to mask a fake canopy above it. So you do have confirmation.
I believe, as you said, that's something that should be there. Isn't that what you said before? That it was something that was not known to be present in the park?
No, absolutely not. There's not supposed to be any structures in this area. It's a national park. It's not allowed to be developed. Something to do with the environmental protection of the planet.
We can call the Rangers in then, and then we went.
Thorga could tell you that is technically right, but you don't know.
Don't call the Navy.
You don't know if you have a powerful enough radio to do that, because this is a very remote region of the forest.
Oh.
And if you called in outside help, it would negate. You would forfeit the right.
Oscar, you and I will know this one. Don't call the Navy.
Don't call the Navy. Yes.
It's the Rangers, park rangers. Nobody's more scared of anything than park rangers. We're good.
And for those of you who are curious, the don't call the Navy is we had players decide to call the Coast Guard for help during a Call of Cthulhu adventure.
Oh, that's first.
And they wound up in Guantanamo Bay for 3 weeks. And that was the end of their adventure.
Do you remember how mad I was, Oscar?
You were absolutely furious.
Because I was telling them, don't do this. Do not do this.
And the person who really convinced everyone to call the Navy after they got out of Guantanamo Bay 3 weeks later, and they said, what about this, this, and this? They said, don't worry about it. The only, you have to sign this statement never to talk about it or we're not letting you out. They were like, oh, if I knew this was going to happen, I wouldn't have called the Navy. It was one of the 2 times I saw Joel almost kill someone. And we'll move on. So, yes, technically you could call the National Guard, the forest rangers, but you don't have a radio phone.
Oh, yeah.
You do have a radio that could get you in touch with your ride.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to call him and tell him to call it in, you could. But again, he knows it would forfeit the right.
Damn it.
Does that mean we're in trouble for destroying indigenous fauna?
No, you're allowed to defend yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, anybody in the park that said you should bring, the sci-fi equivalent of bear spray. And technically, you didn't kill any of those death shrooms.
No, we ran away.
Yeah.
Yep. Cut a tentacle.
Yes. Go back. It's not a big deal.
That was his favorite.
So that's where you are. So
the question is how do we get up there?
Well, do we know about it yet? He's the only one that's saying it.
you're nowhere near it. You're still several kilometers away. So climbing up into the tree line now without being able to glide from tree to tree, it's pointless. For the non-arboreal races, you'll need to get under it and climb up to it.
But I'm scouting. I'll come back and tell everyone.
Right, you come up and you tell everyone. You only went like half a kilometer.
Yep, it's right.
Okay, so my question is how do we get up there? So yeah, there's.
We have climbing gear.
I understand that. Can Thorga lift any of us at all?
No.
Okay.
He
So
would.
that rules
The
that out.
best he would do would be able to parachute you guys, so neither one of you would die. And when I say that, you'd both be horribly injured.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He could slow your fall enough that you wouldn't both die.
All right. So basically, everybody just piles on the Vrusk's back, and with all those legs, he just shimmies up the tree, and we just go. that
Rusk are not
Yeah.
natural. They're not natural climbers.
No. No. My 35 strength says no.
Oh wow,
I'll
the
be
house
lucky.
plant's stronger than you.
I'll be lucky if I can climb up this tree.
All right.
With a rope.
So I guess we gotta stealth our way there, and then start climbing with climbing gear.
Which probably won't be very stealthy.
Not once we
No, I
get
can
there.
run a rope up the tree. I can run a rope up if we have rope. Tie it off to assist. I mean, I can.
How high up are they?
They're
It's
in
up
the
to the
upper
top of the canopy.
canopy.
So like 200 meters?
Hold on.
Yeah, it's the upper canopy, right? Lower canopy is where the. Yeah, there's 2 levels of canopy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the lower canopy's not that high up. It's like
I
20
remember
meters
being- Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
the upper canopy is much higher up. It's about meters high.
Move your mic down. There you go.
It's about 150 meters, the upper canopy.
That's what I thought. It was really high
Hold
up
on.
there. So we wouldn't be able to shoot through the lower canopy to get up into the upper canopy. Okay. That's not really doable.
Thorga,
Swing.
you saw that the platforms varied in height quite a bit.
So we just need to get up to at least one of the lower
The
platforms.
lowest
and work
one
our way
you would
up.
figure, the lowest one you think is about maybe 50
Okay.
meters.
But they're all interconnected, so we can go from one to the other.
Yeah, there are bridges between each one.
So we just got to get up to the lowest one.
The
Go from
highest
there.
and largest one is pretty much near the top of the tree canopy.
Okay.
And that's the one with the starship on it.
Right, that's the one with a small starship parked on it.
But he can't take her onto the starship and go because that would be admitting defeat,
Break the
right?
rules.
He has to stay here until you guys run out of time.
Break the rules of Tarmgesha. So I can scout out again after I describe everything. I suggest I should scout out the lowest of the lower platforms. Which one is unoccupied or is probably the easiest for us to get up to?
The time it took you to go ahead, scout out, and come back cost you an hour.
All right. So why doesn't he
If
do
you want
that?
to, if you want to scout out again, do you want them to stay
No.
here? Do you want
No,
them to
no.
start moving forward? Because
No,
remember,
what I have.
they know you're coming. They know you're in the area at this point.
Okay. Well, then
Right,
I'll
we
just
better start
describe
moving forward then.
Yeah. So the team moves forward, but you can scout out and just rendezvous with the team.
So Thorgrid, do you want to keep moving ahead, coming back, moving ahead, coming back, using your gliding and your night vision to kind of stay ahead of the group and, I guess, call them
Yeah.
to halt if you see anything dangerous?
Yeah, that sounds reasonable, and that would allow me the opportunity to get ahead and verify that the one we're going to isn't occupied as we get close enough. We're not walking into a trap of any kind.
Okay, I want you to roll your. Roll your perception.
Remind me, this is percentile, right?
Yes. Over under.
Okay.
You want to roll these
Uh,
low.
That's 18, so my perception is 40.
Okay, that's a very good success.
Okay.
Now, you... Give me 1 second. I want you to roll a 10.
That's a not.
Actually, hold on.
9.
Do you have a 12-sided dice near you?
I have so many dice, it's ridiculous.
I want you
yes.
to roll a 12-sided dice.
That's a
And
12. And don't tell me is what you were going to say, right?
No, I need you to tell me that.
12.
Okay, you get... We're going to say that you guys have traveled for an hour, which at Larmo's speed is 3 kilometers, which means that you are now about a kilometer away. So you're almost on top of it. And Thorgar, you're like 500 meters, away at this point. Out of range, but you can see it. And do you have binoculars of some sort?
No, I was just making binoculars symbol.
All right, well, that's not how it is. You do...
It's the international sign of I'm looking at a distance. No,
Okay. I'm going to now show you the layout of the camp. So I'm going to do another screen share. Let me just get it. Okay. Okay, so this area is 125 meters high. This is 50. This is 60. This is 65. And the lowest level is 40, which is here. You are coming from about this direction. Like, their current path will have them intersecting the camp at about here.
Okay.
You can see that the camp has very dim lights on it. So dim that the people on the ground wouldn't see it. But because you're kind of moving through the canopy, you can kind of see it. And the only reason you can see the light is they're designed for Yazarian. They're so dim, they're fine for you. But it's almost as if the camp has been in stealth mode. And again, you're too far away to see anyone moving around without any kind of scope But you now know what the heights of the platforms are. The lowest platform, unfortunately, is the one furthest away. You'd have to cross underneath the platforms undetected to get underneath that one, unless you wanted to. The most direct ones from the route you're heading are the highest ones, and it'd be the most difficult for them to climb. You have rope, but I wish there was a luck roll for Star Frontiers. You said you had climbing gear, but I don't think I ever gave you a number on how much climbing gear. So we're going to say you have 50 meters plus 3d10 meters.
Of rope?
Yeah.
Just one rope?
All of you combined. Like you're basically everybody had 10 meters or something like that.
Okay.
So you definitely have 50, but you have a little more. Like nobody got an exact amount. You were given, here's about 10 meters of rope and some climbing gear.
I rolled 15.
Okay, so you have 65 meters worth of rope, which means that most of these platforms are inaccessible. That would
All
allow
we need
you.
to get to is the lowest one, and we use the platforms to get to the other one.
Actually, you can get to all of them except the highest.
Yeah.
At this, you would actually, from the direction you're heading, let me put it back up. From the direction you're heading, which I said was this direction, this is 50 meters high. So you could technically hook up a line here and have the group climb up to this platform.
Sure. Is there like the tree nearby or something? Like it's
you're-
all up in trees, right?
These are hooked onto the trunks of trees, and there are trees nearby.
Okay.
Basically, think Ewoks. I mean, there are.
Yeah.
It's like an Ewok hunting lodge.
I like the hunt Ewoks.
And so far, you are undetected, but by the lighting, you realize that they're in concealment mode. So they must be some kind of alert. It's kind of like the lights you would put on to maintain your night vision and just give you enough illumination to function.
So do you think we should go around to get to one of the if what I gather from the picture is correct, we'd be going underneath the tallest part from that direction. So do you want to go the highest, right? Do you want to go around?
Actually, you'll come upon the second lowest. The one if you keep true to your course, you'll get below the 50-meter platform, which is higher than the 40-meter platform, but you have enough rope for it, and it would keep you from going under. You could possibly, if the team moved swiftly, they could be there in less than an hour.
Well, you said we're about a kilometer away, so it'd be about 20 minutes at light speed.
I have 100 meters of microline. Is that and a grapple? I actually purchased that. It's on my sheet.
Well, then you've got 100 meters extra, so you can actually set up 2 lines. And if you want to cut that in half, you could set up 3 lines and have 3 people climb up at the same time.
How many are we looking at? Has anybody got a number of the odds here? How many people are we looking at?
The right, you have to have equal teams.
Okay, so there's 5 other people.
Your opposition force is 5. If you see anyone, Thorga, you know this, so maybe you want to tell them. If you see anyone wearing either a white sash or all in white, it means that they're a non-combatant. They're not allowed to. They have to pretend they don't see you if they see you.
Yeah, that's good to know. that would be good to know.
I'll relay that.
Those are usually the healers, like the people. Like if someone gets, remember, no one's supposed to die, but it's so dangerous. Both sides usually have medical personnel on the sidelines.
So it looks like a lot of us would be able to climb. How many people can actually climb?
As long as you've got a rope and you make a reasonable dex, I'm not going to have you fall. And you've got climbing gear. So your dex check is just going to see how long it takes you to do it. You're not going to fall. You've got the... You roll 90. You roll over 96. You know, you're fucked and you're falling. It means you didn't put it on right. But
I don't think that. I think splitting up into 2 groups may be good, but other than that, that'd be spreading ourselves out too thin.
Wait. What about a distraction? What about a distraction? What if, say, this is like a mostly human and Rusk planet, right? Human and Rusk Center planet, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if a park ranger showed up and started screaming at them about all these construction in the forest and started screaming for permits and stuff like that and distracted?
You were actually told that the rangers won't come out here and rescue anyone. Remember,
not talking about rescue. I mean, don't they do patrols?
No, they don't. This is an area that you need special permits just to come and do research. That's why they picked it.
So basically, somebody can come out here and do anything, and the Rangers will never know because they never look at it?
I'm sure they do occasional flybys, but no, they probably wouldn't know about it.
Well, here I am doing my flyby and saw this and like, what the hell's going on?
If only there was a luck roll. Oh, here's one.
Thorga, they would shoot first and figure it out later. They would shoot first in a way that he wouldn't die, and then after he
gets really confused about all this, Dan, because like this is
after he was stunned or knocked unconscious. If he was a ranger, they would probably leave him tied up and run. But according to the rite, subterfuge is not a good thing. You're not supposed to like steal an enemy uniform and sneak in. This is supposed to be, if you can steal her by stealth is one thing, but stealth and subterfuge are two different things. Yazarian,
it's called a distraction. It's a distraction. It's not.
According to the rites of the ancient Yazarian rites, it would be considered dishonorable.
Okay. According to the ancient Yazarian rites, I'm not even supposed to be here. So
you're allowed on a special dispensation for clan brothers.
Okay. Nebraska is very, very upset about all this. It's like, okay.
Are you upset about all this as you're walking? Because time is a factor here. I know what Op 4 is doing.
Yes, I am walking. All right. Just as a point of clarification, just as a player, we're supposed to get a hold of her and hold on to her until time expires?
If you touch her, if you reach her, if you make physical contact with her, you win. All you have to do is high five her, even if it's through bars. Even as long as one of you can physically touch her, they have lost.
How far can Larmo game of capture the hag?
Yes, it's basically capture the hag.
Okay, so
don't let her hear you say that.
Okay, as we're getting closer, I hope that if this chatter is happening, I hope it's not as we're getting closer.
Okay. So you're now 500 meters away. Do you wish to call for silence, Thorga? How are you going to signal them?
Well, I would go down and fly under.
So is the plan for him to drop us to climb up, or him to drop ropes from the platform?
He's going to drop ropes.
The ropes. I've got a grapple, so I can hook up the micro line, and then tie another rope too. But I still have.
You can climb up to a nearby tree, glide the distance onto the platform.
Okay.
I'll need you to make a dex then I'll tell you how your landing goes.
Okay.
And if you're undetected, you should be able to secure both lines and drop them.
All right. Awesome. I will do that. Shall I roll?
And then you're going to have to hold that ground while they climb up.
Okay. Well, I'll climb up to scan to make sure there's nobody there first.
Because technically cutting the ropes would be within bounds.
Is climbing fall under athletics, or is it its own skill?
I'm just going to have it be I'll give you a bonus because you have athletics.
All right. Then I'll go up first.
Okay, so there's two lines. Line A, who are the two people going on A?
I'll go up first on A.
I'll go up second on A.
Because I can probably climb the fastest.
Harlan and Ignottle?
Yep.
Will be line A. Joe and Larmo, line B. Who's going first?
Joe's going first because I'm going to slow him down.
Yeah, I'll have something soft to land on.
Actually, you probably have a higher strength than Joe, so you'd probably climb faster.
Oh, yeah. I guess for climbing it would be strength. You said yours is like 30?
Yeah, 35.
Okay, so.
Yeah, I'm just absorb the rope and
Thorga,
hold on really tight.
Make your dex.
I rolled a 46. I'm one over my dex.
It's a clumsy landing, and you think that you're weighted with the extra 50 lines of non-micro line because it was just.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So it threw off and you land heavily.
Do you think he's landed yet?
Damn it! Let me I have to see what that platform has on it.
Oh boy.
Cans on a string all around it.
One Thorga.
Or 2 boxes that are marked D&E.
Well, if they're cardboard boxes, we can hide under them and survive.
Okay.
D's painted on them.
Thorga, you hit the platform. And roll your perception.
Gotta put my dice in the right place. Not on the floor. Just a sec. I'll get another die, because that'll be better. Nope.
He face planted. He
0.
sees nothing.
Okay.
I'm face first to the ground. Punk.
All right. You take a quick look around. You don't see anything. You don't hear anything. You think that you've been undetected.
Everything's fine, guys. Thumb up over the egg.
You can quickly set up the lines and drop them.
Nobody's here. Nobody's. Yes.
I shot up. Did you land okay?
I'm good.
All right, guys. All joking aside, because I need to know what's being said and what's not being said.
None of that.
So at this point, consider yourselves in stealth combat.
Okay.
All right. So Thorga drops the lines. Harlan and Finknoddle, who's climbing first?
Harlan.
Me. I have athletics, so I can probably go up faster.
Okay, so you can roll whichever is better, strength or dex. And Harlan, I'm going to give you what you have. I will give you plus 10.
4. Okay, it'll be strength.
And again, you're not going to get hurt unless you roll over 95.
Let me check my strength score real quick. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I rolled an odd 5, and I have, with the plus 10, 75.
Okay. Joe, Larmo, you were going first.
I'm going first. So, strength, right?
Yes.
Yeah, not so good.
Did you
Is
fail?
That's better.
I failed.
Okay. So he does not. He slows your progress down. So
Slows.
So at this point, Harlan, you're halfway up the rope. Larmo is a quarter of the way up the rope. Joe can't even start climbing yet, and Finknoddle, you can start your climb. So roll it again. Actually, with an odd 5, I'm going to say you don't need to roll a second time. Harlan, you just get up there.
I want to get up there as fast as possible and keep an eye out while he's watching them get
Okay. So Finknoddle rolls either the better of strength or dex.
92.
Okay, again. So this is what happens. Thorga, Harlan gets up to the platform, and he's on there with you. And you look down, and the Dralicite is not even halfway up yet, and Finknoddle is barely like trying to climb up. So they're like at least a round or 2 rounds behind you.
So the two descendants of arboreal creatures are up.
Okay, so Harlan, roll your perception.
What is my perception? Perception?
Yeah.
Or...
PER.
Oh, okay. I thought that was.
Oh,
personnel.
I'm sorry. It's intuition. INT is chance to notice something.
I missed it by 5.
Okay. All right. So Finknoddle and Larmo roll again.
Okay.
Following round.
All right. As I'm trying to climb up, can I grow an extra arm for hand?
Nope. I'm assuming you had all the limbs you were going to have.
I was starting with 2. I can grow more limbs.
It can
take a better grip.
It can take 5 to 10 minutes to form a limb.
Can I do that as I'm starting on my way up?
Yes.
Okay. So strength again?
Yeah.
Hang on. Why is this not working? 38.
All right. You're now 3/4 of the way up. Joe, you can start, so you roll.
I got mine 28. I am good to go.
He is now like right behind you. Like the two of you are like right on the and Finknoddle.
Move it, Plato.
13 out of 60.
All right, he catches his groove and starts climbing up, and you'll be there next round. You don't have to roll again, Ficknall.
No,
Okay.
After that 90 whatever, I'm like changing dice.
Okay, so Thorga and Harlan roll INT again.
Well, I'm never going to see something coming.
Yep, that was a 42, and I am 55, so that's good. Pass.
Okay, Harlan, you don't see anything. Thorga, unfortunately, you do, and it's not from where you think it is. You catch sight of movement about 500, maybe more than 500 meters to your northeast. And the reason it catches your eye is because it's gliding from one tree to another.
Oh.
And as you basically see the outline of a Yazarian land, gliding from one tree to another, stopping and looking around. So apparently you've slipped inside a patrol perimeter. And when I had you roll your 12, that was the position of the o'clock on where he was.
Okay.
So he was due north of the camp, and you were coming. You were coming in at 2 o'clock, and he was at 12.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Is he looking like he sees us, or is he just?
You don't think he has seen you yet,
Okay.
but you'd really wish they were not climbing ropes right now because he possibly could. What do you wish to do?
I'll tell Harlan's up with me, right?
Yeah.
So I'll briefly tap him on the shoulder and point in the direction. I'll say, "There's one right there," and point. I don't know if you could see.
I can't see in the dark.
You can't.
Trust me, it's over.
It's so dim here. The only reason you spotted it is because you're also a Yazarian. So you're just going to have to take your word for it.
Okay.
So
do you have anything we can throw? Like, is there something we could throw?
500 meters is like sniper
Half a
rifle
kilometer away.
range. It's like, you're out of range for most weapons at this point.
I mean, we could throw something onto another platform to draw his attention while they're climbing up.
He probably couldn't hear it land that far away.
All right. Okay.
Unless it's,
100 meters is a football field. So he's 5 of those away. You're just caught the movement. Because,
can we put the lights out? Can we knock the lights out?
That would
also draw their attention.
Right. So everyone gets up to the platform. What do you guys wish to do?
I was still 3/4 of the way up. Am I at the top?
Well, as long as you don't, roll again and don't roll a 95 or 100.
I'm pushing you up. I rolled a 23. I'm pushing you up.
Okay.
I rolled a 93.
All right. Literally, he's pushing you up.
I'm going to start hauling on that rope to help him get up there.
Okay, you get Larmo and Joe Friday onto the platform.
It's like pushing Pillsbury Doughboy up the rope.
All right. So I'm going to put up the map again. Ready?
You better not want that hand back.
Okay, gentlemen, you are now here. The guy patrolling is coming around this direction.
We can't see anything.
Your cursor's not showing.
We see the map. We don't see any.
Oh, sorry. You're here.
Okay.
The guy patrolling is somewhere around here. Thorga, he has not changed direction.
Okay, I'll usher people to be on the other side of the box, whatever D and E are. If it's something,
Do you want to come get them around this side?
What are they?
Yeah, something.
Oh, these are chambers. These are buildings. They have windows. They have doors. You could look in them. The doors would be here.
Are there railings? Are there railings on the edges?
There are railings, but they're like 1 meter high. They're like 3 foot.
So can we duck on? Are they opaque?
No, they're like chain link railings.
Oh, okay. They're not opaque.
No.
Is there any lighting, internal lighting?
There is enough for you guys for non-Yazarians to see dimly. It's not bright, but you can see. You can function up here.
I'll take a peek in the window of D.
We're seeing some paper. We might not want
No,
to
you're
see
not. Pay no attention to the.
it.
Screenshot.
Okay, so you're going to look in D.
I'm going to take a peek in a window in D, like a one-eyed peek.
Okay.
Hopefully, there's no automatic lights that you walk in. The ping, place lights up like an office.
I know we're all like. Of course, that would blind them, but yeah.
It looks like quarters. It looks like a chamber. There's a place to sleep, a place to wash up. There's a heater. Looks like someone's camp. It looks like a campsite for a hunter.
Does it look like it's been here for a long time?
No, these are all prefab. These have all been put up. They're designed to be put up quickly and taken down quickly.
Okay.
Because it's illegal, and I'm documenting all this for fines later on.
Actually, I'm going to whisper a question to Thorga.
Yep.
In your culture, where do you think they would put her in these platforms? Because if they were expecting just a purely Yazarian response, would they put her on a lower platform, figuring an aerial assault? Or would they put her on the highest platform, or somewhere in between?
Would they know, I wonder, if of the makeup of our group? Would they know that?
I think we asked that before, but I don't remember what the answer was.
Because he's a semi-outcast. Not an official outcast, but he's not really welcome. And this is a planet with very few Yazarians.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably expecting most of you not to be Yazarian.
Okay. So they're going to think we're going to do exactly what we did, is climb up, walk around.
All right, so it's probably a taller platform or a higher platform that has her.
That sounds... I think that sounds reasonable.
20 credit says she's in the ship.
Thorga, you're pretty sure she's not.
I'm pretty sure she's not.
Bet.
The ship is almost like, if you put her there, it's almost cheating because you can move her. And
They're
she's not
cheating
supposed to
already.
be moved.
I would assume I've probably relayed rules of...
Right.
I've probably at some point relayed the rules of Tarmgesha to you guys, as much as I thought was reasonable.
So how does it say on fire as a distraction?
These are all metal, actually. None of these are wood.
Not all metal.
Yeah, it's all like prefab
Those are
stuff.
metal.
Yeah, like steel slats. Yeah,
Yeah.
There's stuff inside that's not metal.
that's true.
At this point, you haven't raised an alarm. I don't know why you'd want to.
Okay.
Because I bore easily.
You got a point. It is human. It is human. Yeah.
I can't glide upward. I can only glide down. I'm not a flyer, and we're at a low point.
No.
I was just looking here.
Yeah.
So I can't really fly over to any of the other locations, but we can look from our position. I can.
You don't see anyone moving around. But again, you can't see above you either. So you can't see anyone. You can't see any of the platforms above you.
Yeah.
Every platform from within line of sight is above you. You can just kind of make out the platform where A is, because that is 10 meters below you, but you don't see much going on there either.
What are the
Can we see the map again?
What are the connecting bridges like? Are they like swinging bridges? Are they solid?
They are swinging bridges, but they're pretty taut.
So it's going to be pretty obvious if somebody starts walking on one.
If someone's watching a bridge, they would see you coming across. But so far, you haven't seen or heard anyone on this platform.
So, Area A, I think that was like 10 meters. Yeah, it's like 10 meters lower than us. Can we see what's on that?
Well, we would have to go higher first.
It's just a building. It's just a prefab building. There are no railings around this area. And you don't see anyone moving around.
All right, can we go into D&E and just clear these buildings to make sure that we're...
Yeah.
They're both bedrooms. They're both empty. One of them is a double bedroom.
Okay, that's awesome.
So this is a bedroom for one, and then a pair.
All right, Oscar, can you scroll up just so I can see the ship level? I just want to see what's up there. All right, so it's just the ship up there.
Yeah.
And we got a 20 credit bet that she's not there, and I'm going with the Yazarian. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So let's go to B and C, see if we can get over there.
Okay, so you come across this. I'm going to have everyone make a dex roll.
I'll go first.
I can't fly across. Never mind.
No.
Aw.
Okay, so
That's not a pass. Shoot.
how badly did you guys fail?
48 out of 60.
That's not.
Succeeded.
Well, no,
Succeeded.
48 out of 60. Did you roll a 60 or did you roll a 48?
I rolled a 48.
You passed.
Success.
I know.
I asked if how badly people failed, so shut up. You didn't fail. Just the failures.
I rolled a 72 out of 45.
Did anyone fail by more than 20 points?
Me.
That's going to require a roll on their part.
Oh, crap.
I quickly throw the human over the railing.
I yell really loudly as I fall.
Wait, go back to that.
Hold on. Shut up. Okay. So, you come over the railing. You're not as quiet as you wanted to be. You are now on that. You're now on platform, the 60-meter high platform outside of B and C.
Okay.
Everyone roll. You have not been detected. I need you guys to roll an INT check.
Oh,
Mother of God, I actually made it.
1. Okay.
09.
Okay, those who make an INT check, you hear voices in
My headphones.
In B. You hear a Yazarian speaking in Yazarian on a radio, and Yazarian voices radioing back.
What are they saying since I speak Yazarian?
I don't know if I chose.
I'm about halfway through my circuit. I haven't detected anything yet. And they were saying, you hear another voice said, I still think we should have stayed on station. They may have split up. And he said, and a voice answers, keep getting back here. I want to close this circle. We don't know who you could have hired.
You know, just as is it a voice coming from like near a window?
It's inside the building. There is a window. You could peek in, but if you mess that roll up, you could be seen by whoever's inside.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig in my pack and pull out my doze grenade that I was given.
Mm-hmm.
Grenade go womp. Womp make noise.
This is a
doze grenade inside of a building would be fairly muffled.
And it's like a gas grenade.
Yeah.
It's a gas grenade.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will need you to look up the area effect of a doze grenade, and I'm going to look up the area of this room.
I do not have that book handy.
All right, hold on.
Oh wait, I memorized it. It's the exact same size as the radio room.
Yeah.
As you guys are pondering this, is there an antenna sticking up, or a circular dish antenna or anything like that?
No, it's a radio phone pack inside the building.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's going to fill up the inside of this room pretty quick, like within a round or two.
Realize that when people start communicating and not getting an answer back, everyone's going to rush.
Yeah.
But the doze grenade is when I get caught.
Whoever he knocks out is out of the game.
Okay.
Even if they're brought to, they're not allowed to participate anymore.
Oh.
Once you're rendered unconscious, helpless, or yield, you're out of the game.
Thank you, Thorga. It's fun learning all these little rules at
I
the
know
last minute.
that I did say. I said that when on last.
You did. You did.
That I clarified.
As long as they're not cheating, that's the rules.
Right.
I don't.
Okay.
Grenade effects. I don't see any.
Here's the good news. One dose grenade won't cover the entire room. 2 will. But if you make a throw roll, if you peek in the window, see a target, and throw it at them, you will hit them. To just randomly throw, you'd need to do 2 dose grenades.
No, the only point of me having the dose grenade is if he sees me.
Okay, so you have the dose grenade ready, and you're going to peek in.
And if I peek in and he sees me, I'm just going to go. Bloop.
Make a dex check.
I missed it by 9.
And he rolled an 04.
Sorry.
How you doing?
Okay, so you peek into the radio room, and I'm going to tell you what you see.
Okay.
You see 4 Yazarians.
Oh.
3 of them are
Wow.
wearing. 3 of them have white sashes on.
Oh.
One of them.
Staff.
One of them has a electro stunner, and he's the tallest Yazarian you've ever seen.
Oh, that's
And
the
he's
boss.
also the lightest colored Yazarian you've ever seen.
That's the boss.
He like sees movement at the window. He looks over, and his eyes go wide, and he starts trying to draw. But you've got the
Click.
grenade at the ready.
Make
Okay.
a throw roll.
Make your throw roll.
Does he really have to make a throw roll? He's just tossing it in the room.
I'm
In the
going to
window.
give him. I'm giving him +10 because wait, hold on. Let me get all my combat modifiers because this guy is not only surprised, he's stationary.
I mean, he's literally just dropping it in the window.
Well, no, because the room is big enough that unless
Oh,
he gets
okay.
near enough.
Yeah.
So it
Okay.
half. So it would be what, half dex?
Okay, hold on. It's half dex unless you have throw.
No.
Okay, so your target is stationary, so that's +10. And he has.
Surprise.
I'm looking up surprise.
Okay.
Surprise.
Hang on.
Oh no, he's not surprised because he did see you before you threw it.
Okay. So just plus 10.
Half your dex +10. And again, unless you miss really badly, you'll still get close enough.
I'm aiming for him because
Okay.
apparently I'm supposed to leave the guys in white alone.
But it's the does. If they do fall, they do pass out. It's not,
Those are points of subtlety I don't think Harlan's going to follow.
Okay, go ahead.
Ooh, 16.
Nice.
He's affected, but he's got to fail this stamina check to pass out. And again, you guys can do whatever you want in this round.
I just
you
look
see
in the
him
window and
throw-
go, what?
You see him. You hear the talking stop. Him throw a grenade through the window. What do the rest of you guys want to do?
Are we all right next to him? I mean, what's
You're
the
all
deal?
right next to him, and there's another window beside him.
Needler.
Okay, fire. You can all attack it. As soon as he attacks, you guys can also attack.
All right. He's going to get so knocked out. He's going to miss one of these stamina rolls.
But we're allowed to shoot, just not to we're allowed to shoot to incapacitate, but not kill.
You are allowed to
Is that-
shoot to kill, but like you can wound him. But if you see the guy's about to die, you can't coup de grace him. So if you wanted to like shoot him with 2 or 3 1d10 shots, that's just softening him up. And again, people do accidentally die. So you can fire to lower his stamina to make him more susceptible to the stun grenades.
Let's
Or
probably
the
not
ghost
start shooting because then they get to start
Yeah.
shooting back.
Okay,
I only have an
so,
automatic rifle.
Joe, you're firing with the anesthetic needler.
Yes.
And Harlan, you're throwing a dose grenade.
You?
Think Noddle,
I'm making my way around to the door.
you're rushing the door.
No, I'm
Thorga.
not rushing the door. I'm making my way to the door.
Thorga?
I'm making my way around the opposite way that Fink Noddle's going to check the other side of the building and to
Start
look
flanking the
briefly in
building.
the other flank the building. Yeah.
And looks like we lost Larmo.
Oh no. Well,
there.
I shot
You
him.
can't see it.
I shot him for. So for.
Joel, Larmo?
I shot him for 5 points, and he needs to make a stamina check.
Okay.
Hang on. I got something I gotta take care of. Sorry.
You're fine.
My kid woke up.
All right.
I gotta take care of this.
All right.
He's the slowest anyway.
Okay. So
Still
did you
walking around
fire
the
3
corners.
times, Joe?
No.
You can. A needler pistol can fire 3 times.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he survive the dose grenade?
I'm waiting to see if his stamina gets lowered by these needler darts
Ah.
to give you a better chance on the gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it lingers.
Yeah.
Woo. So 5 points, 9 points, and 6 points. All 3 hit. 5
Okay, so
points-
the first one was for 5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll his stamina with -5.
Okay.
He's still up. Then 9
9
which
points.
is lowering his stamina by 14.
Yep.
I'm going to roll. He's still up. What was the third one?
6 points.
6 points.
So 20.
That's lowering his stamina by 20 points. He starts to feel woozy.
Now, is this from the
And-
dose grenade or the?
I
or the
have
needle?
no running water right now, and I need to figure out why.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
No problem.
Okay, so the dose grenade hits. You're not sure if the dose grenade took him down or the needler darts took him down, but he goes down. He collapses. Hold on. Of the 3 Yazarians of the 3 other Yazarians in the room, 2 of them go down from the gas too.
Oh no, the judges are now, or the healers.
And
They're in the way.
hold
They're in the
on.
way. They're in the way.
Just be glad I didn't
Don't
grab the
walk
frag
into a
grenade.
combat.
The last big one, the last tall Yazarian is female. She hits the dirt, crawls over to husband, crawls over to the leader, takes his gas mask off his belt, puts it over her back, checks his pulse, looks over at Harlan and goes, "No," she's like, "He's out."
He's out.
And she just she bows and says nothing. Okay, so when you guys get around, you circle the building and come around, you see each other by the main door.
Fire!
So how long does the dose grenade gas take to dissipate?
It's already starting to dissipate. It's very quickly.
All right, so
Yeah.
when it dissipates, I go in and I get the electrostunner.
Okay, you take the electrostunner. In this game, I'm going to say that weapons sized for different races will cause a penalty if you try and use them. And I'm going to make that penalty as a -10.
No, that's fine.
So this
do
is
you have a weapon?
Who?
Orga.
I have a spear and I have an automatic rifle.
Well, now you
Here's
can
the
use an
electrostunner.
electrostunner.
All right, that doesn't make as much noise. Thank you. Works for me.
The tall, tan colored Yazarian takes off her gas mask after, and says in Yazarian, "Well played."
I guess in the meantime, while they're sorting all that out, I'm going to see if I can look at a window in the other building.
Okay, you look over at the window in the other building. Give me 1 second. That is building C.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the mess hall common room. So you see tables and food, and it's deserted. No one's in there right now.
Making a sandwich.
Does it look good?
It's Yazarian food.
Well, they're
Oh.
vaguely
like
mammaloid.
Italian
They're like
It's
mammaloid.
white bread and acorn butter. It's nothing.
Fucking bananas. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so at this point, hold on. All right, so at this point, what do you guys want to do?
What the other platform that's just to the south of us? How tall was that one?
65. It's 5 meters higher than this one.
Might as well check it.
Wait, what was this one?
This is 60.
60.
Oh, okay.
So
it's
you've
another
come kind of like
50 to
from
60,
here, 50 to 60. This is 60 to 65.
and I can't remember the map with their buildings on that one.
There's buildings on all of them except for the starship.
Hold on, I'll share it again.
Okay.
So you guys are here.
Okay.
This is the mess hall, and this is the platform. So you've come from here, knocked one guy out here, and
So was the radio room the only thing in B?
no, it was the radio room, his bedroom, and a meeting room. It was like one large room. He was just on the radio in one corner. You see a large bed with a table and an area where people to sit near around fire. It's almost like this is the boss's room.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like well appointed. There's an area where, like, as you guys are leaving, she's pulling everybody onto this big, massive bed and just crossing their arms and waiting for them to wake up.
Yeah.
You could tell that she's medical.
This is the HQ tent. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you basically assaulted the enemy headquarters.
Well, we need to use the momentum. I mean, if they see,
Yeah,
if they
so
hear,
Okay, that's a good idea. What do you guys want to do?
F and G.
yep,
Yeah, F and G.
head across the bridge.
Okay. I feel like Call of Duty. We have to push on C. Push on C.
Stack up. Stack up.
Like-
Stack up at the door.
Enemies on C.
We can leave Larmo on point here.
All right. So are you sneaking or is it a mad dash?
Sneak, still. At this
Yeah,
point.
Who's going first? And roll your decks.
I'll do it. I did so well
you know
last
what?
time.
I'll actually glide underneath the platform and climb up from below.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay.
I like that idea.
I'll do it too. Oh!
Do you want to do that at the same time? Somebody glide and climb up, and then somebody rush across. Because if you're quick, you could do that in the same amount of time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of you is hitting. You're going low. He's going straight across. I need both of you to roll your decks.
Just
Who's-
straight decks.
Yeah, straight decks.
Oof.
Made it by 19.
Okay,
I got 69.
Joe, what were you signaling?
Oh, I made it 47. Yeah.
All right, so everyone made their decks.
Not me.
yes.
Joe, you were second or third?
I'm saying. I'm thinking I'm the second. Yeah.
Okay. All right. How much did you fail by?
24.
That's enough
Hmm.
to. That's enough to warrant a roll. You guys get to this platform at the same time, and you are undetected.
Oh my God, are they asleep?
I actually rolled 100 on his perception.
So yes, they are asleep.
Hold on. Let me-
So, I guess
All right, Joel, we've got you back now.
All right, yeah. Water main broke down the street. The whole
Yeah.
neighborhood has no water.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
Well, nothing you can do about that.
Nope.
You can't fix that.
Can you
Would you
catch
like
me
a
up?
sip?
Okay, what happened was
as James takes a big slug of water. I hate you, James. I hate you every day.
Okay, Don't catch me up.
Hey, hold on. Okay, what has happened is the group rushed across this bridge. They said, "Look, we've got momentum." The Yazarian that wasn't knocked out kind of laid everyone in a bed and took their vitals, and you realize she's medical personnel. So Thorga glided from this platform underneath this platform and then climbed up, while the four of you rushed across. 2 were silent, 1 was noisy. It didn't matter because the guard over here rolled 100. So you've all reached this platform undetected.
Do we hear anything here?
Hold on.
Yazarian death metal apparently really, really loud.
You hear the hum of a generator.
Oh.
And you hear basically Yazarian music playing coming from F.
Yazarian death metal.
Well, no, not death metal.
Just for my own knowledge, the Yazarians we've been seeing so far, they're running around without their goggles on, correct?
Yes.
It's good.
Because they have lights on. They're slight light, right?
Right. There's light. Dim lights.
I've taken mine off. You can probably see my eyes now, and you're freaked out by them because you've never seen them. Probably.
Well, you've had your goggles off since you entered the forest.
True.
Because it's been dim the whole time.
I didn't
How
know
do you
you
know when you're dilated?
You don't. The whole eye, it's all black. Okay, so you're at F. There is a door. There is someone inside playing music or listening to music. It sounds like a radio.
How about we?
That was my dose grenade.
I got one.
How
about we peek through a window? Dose grenade at the ready.
This room has 1 door and no windows.
Is the door open?
What about the other building?
Even the room, the building next to it has the hum of a generator, and it does have windows.
That's the generator.
What if we knock on the door, and when they open the door, we punch them in the face?
I was thinking shoot them with the electro-stunner, but yeah.
So do you want to knock on the door, see if the guy opens, and then fire point blank with the electro-stunner?
Grubhub. What's it say? Grubhub.
Yeah. That's my stealthy plan. I'll just whisper it to see if anyone else.
All right. Are you going to shoot him with the electrostunner? Is that what you're planning on doing?
Okay, you knock on the door.
I'll stand right behind you with my needler.
If Yazarians knock, I mean, if we do something else like scratch on the door or whatever, that's
no. I'll say knocking is more of a universal thing. You request
It's
entry.
really annoying.
Give me 1 second.
That's the GM sound of bad decision being made.
Okay. There's a knock at the door. The music shuts off. And the door just flies open. Like he throws the door open, and he's got an electrostunner. So it's going to be an initiative draw on you and him.
Okay. All right.
This just sounds like a really bad lightsaber duel's about to go down.
All right. So roll a 10 and add your IM.
I was right behind him with my needler. What should I roll 2 or not?
No? Well, this is going to be on mano a mano.
Oh, okay.
That would be 8 and 8, not 8.
A total of 8. That's a total of with your modifier and your roll.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that would be a 9 total.
Okay.
Sorry.
His is 11 because he is a professional gunfighter.
I'm a pilot.
All right,
Thud.
so and he hits you with an electro stunner. I need you to roll a stamina check.
Oh, okay.
So you like even like this,
Oh,
he opens the door, draws and fires, and it, like has you cold.
I'm good. 32 out of 35.
You are not stunned. You can open up on this guy.
I do. And I say
we had
ha when I do
We had
it.
the needler and the electro stunner at the ready. I don't think anybody else can fire at him because you can only kind of stack 2 around a door, and there's no other windows.
I could full Q him with my staff.
No.
So should I shoot then, or
Yeah. Fire.
I'm sorry. I'm shooting all 3 times.
Go ahead.
1 success, 1 miss, and 1 hit. So
Okay.
2 hits.
And Thorga,
I rolled an 11 and 11.
and that was on shock or stun, or did you not check?
Bah! Whatever he had it set on. I didn't check. I've never used one of these before. Psst.
Okay, so that was on shock. It was set to kill, not stun.
Oh, but that's against the rules.
Did
That's
you
against
hit?
the
That's
rules.
the,
What,
but it's,
what's your,
it's within the rules.
do you have any skill with beam weapons?
No.
So it's half dex.
Half dex would be 22.5.
So did you roll it? Did you
I
hit?
rolled an 11. Yes, I hit. Yes.
Okay, so I need you to roll 4d10.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
12 points for my 2 darts, by the way.
Hold on. We're gonna go 1 dart at a time.
Okay.
Remember,
25.
I've got to roll his current.
Yeah.
You roll 45.
25.
Wait a minute. Wait. 25.
Yep.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, can't
Wow.
roll 45.
Right. Okay, you shocked the ever living shit out of him. What does the first dart do?
First dart did 3 points.
So he's got to make his stamina minus 28 points.
Oh boy. We weren't supposed to kill. Okay.
No,
just
you
knock-
can
just knock him out.
weaken someone as long
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
literally if you could reduce someone to 0 as long as you hit them with first aid before they bleed out,
Yeah.
it's considered fair game.
Yeah. We'll call wilderness nurse over here.
Yeah. Oops.
Okay. How much damage does the second dart do?
9 points.
And that 9 points is insult to injury because he was falling after the first dart.
Ooh.
Hold on. So you hit him for 37 points. He looks really bad, but he's not dead. And behind him, you see a cell with like bars and a tall, unarmed Yazarian woman, tan like them. And she looks over at Thorga, and she smiles, and she says, hold on, in Yazarian.
You're a little short for a stormtrooper.
I didn't know this had a stun.
It comes in stun?
And she basically says a Yazarian pun that it's told very commonly to members of your clan. Members of your clan are known for being kind of stoic, kind of sticklers for rules.
Oh, you think?
And your sacred animal is this horse animal. It's like a large horse-like creature.
Yep.
And she smiles and she says, "Why the long face, Kavaria?"
Oh.
And like puts out her arm. Like she looked at you and realized immediately by seeing you were a Kavaria, which means this is the team because it has to be led by a Kavaria. So she just holds out her hand.
For the tag.
Dive in and give her a hand slap
Okay.
because then she's touched.
And she's touched. And then she just does like a battle cry roar. And then on the platform behind you, you see the white-sacked Yazarian woman. And she signals on the radio. and says, hold on.
Ollie answer for you.
She says, "This is Roshan. Olgian is down." And Olgian is down. Zabuk is down. No fatalities. The ritual is over. They have made contact. Everyone come home. And then you hear two voices say, "Repeat that, please." And she says, "They have her. It's over. Come back in."
It does smell like burnt hair here, though.
And she says, "Excuse me." And she says, "Oh," she says, "I'm glad that you almost." She says, "For this one, I'm glad you almost killed him. He would have been so embarrassed had he been taken easily." And she says, "Let me help me carry him to the main room, and I'll deal with him. I'll deal with his injuries."
I'll help her since I'm the medic.
And okay. And she says that, "Well done. I am." She introduces herself. She says her name is Roshan. I am Olgin's wife, and the woman you're rescuing. I think her name is. She unlocks and she says, "I am Zenga. This is my sister-in-law." And the two women hug, and they help you guys carry him to the medical area. And by the time you get there, the clan chieftain is already coming awake, holding his head, with a dose grenade headache. And he looks over at you and he says, he just curses in Yazarian, and he says, "Not a fucking scratch on you guys."
Not true. Not true. Somebody's got a
And we
couple.
all point to our shoulders where certain barbs went in.
Yeah.
He says, "Yeah, but my team didn't do that to you guys."
Can I get those darts out of your ass? Can I get those back?
He's already treated him. So he's laughing, and he's like, "Damn, this is a sad, sad day." And he says, "Sister, your husband put together a good team." And she says, "I knew he would." And says, "Well, I'll let the rest of my war party come in, and then we'll start on your victory feast. Congratulations." And he looks over at Thorga, and he says, "My own fucking gun."
I didn't know it had a stun setting. I'm sorry.
He says, "Well, it's yours now." He goes, I would feel nothing but shame laying a finger on it now." And then, "You took out my right-hand man with my own gun. As long as you promise not to gloat, you can have the pistol, and I'd like to call you friend."
Yes, of course.
So he embraces you as only an embarrassed fallen enemy could.
I like.
And yeah, again, he's like a foot taller than you. I mean, this clan is known for being the tallest, most physically muscular Yazarians in the galaxy.
I look like Pee Wee Herman in comparison, I'm sure.
Oh man, I have got to spar with one of these guys.
The other three Yazarians come in, and you see one of them is a duelist, a female Yazarian duelist. Let me find her name. She's the first one in. She was actually running perimeter.
Was she the one we saw way out there, or he saw way out there?
She's the one you saw about 500 yards away, patrolling. And she's got a belt of Yazarian throwing knives, an electro sword, and both her forearms have spiked brass knuckles on them.
Damn.
And she she's got a helmet, and she takes off the helmet and says, "On the way in, I saw the ropes. And she says, "It's a dark day." And she just laughs. And she says, well done." And about an hour later, as the feast is cooking, two others come in. And one has a bow and a stun stick. And the other has a has a Type 3 needler rifle.
Ooh.
And a spear with also throwing discs. And you realize that these were, this is the hunting party. And they were like, "So you landed north, didn't you? The clearing?"
Yeah.
No, the fallen tree.
The falling tree.
Yeah.
Oh, so you went far north.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Well, they said, "Well, the gods are with you. Let's break out the alcohol."
do we call in our patron?
She says, "I'd like to use your radio phone to call my husband." And her brother says, "By all means." And she calls and speaks to him and says, Yes, I'm free. Yes, less than a day." She says, "You did well. It's a proud day. Come for the feast." "No, come, really."
Oh, you don't want to be there. Oh.
Okay, fine. And
He's not going to come?
he says, she looks over at her brother and he says that he'll pick me up in the morning. He says to enjoy my time and the feast here.
That's strange. Okay.
Bitter.
Thorga, you kind of get it.
Yep.
Because he wasn't part of the war party. So it would almost be embarrassing for him to be part of your. It's basically you hire somebody to fight for you, and then you go to the after party.
Yep.
So for him, he could do it, but it would be uncomfortable for him as a Yazarian. So you get why he's like, no, you enjoy the party, and I'll see you in the morning.
He's not being dismissive of them or anything. He's just
No. And he says, "Can you put him on speaker?" And he says, "Well done, gentlemen. Very well, ladies and gentlemen. Very well done. You've exceeded my expectations. I very much look forward to paying you the rest of your rewards, and hope that this can be the beginning of a long and profitable friendship for all of us. So you've earned a feast. Enjoy it. This is a good night, and I will see you in the morning."
Cool.
So Harlan, the duelist, comes over and says, in very broken human, "My mistress says you were spoiling for a spar."
Exactly.
And she says, "Do you mean with weapon or bare hands?"
I prefer bare hands.
She says, "I too prefer bare hands." And she says, "Friendly to a pin, wrestle, or fists?"
Well, I've always been a boxer, but
Okay. So bets start being placed. And this is after the first course of the meal.
I'm assuming it's after a few alcoholic drinks as well.
It's after about 3 or 4 alcoholic drinks. So if you're serious about this, she's willing to entertain until one of you is knocked out.
It's fine with me. I can't have gotten here and not thrown a single punch.
Okay, so roll your initiative modifier.
Let me see what that
She
is.
will go. She has a 10. Can you beat
So
a 10?
Is it a D10 plus the initiative modifier?
Yeah.
All right.
This is a one-on-one fight.
I did not beat a 10.
So she'll go first. She throws her punch. Her unarmed combat is 3. And she misses.
Her unarmed combat is 3.
Skill level 3.
Uh-oh. All right.
I just rolled poorly.
I will fight back. I made it by 1. Oh, God.
Okay,
So-
roll. Give me your 1d10 plus punching score. Plus PS, your punching score.
So normally punching score is
It's 1d10 plus. Well, whatever your punching score is, it depends on your strength. Your
okay.
PS. Did you have it factored in?
It's got listed at 4, but I can't remember what goes into it. But I have a +1 for unarmed.
All right, so it's 1d10 plus 4.
Well, I don't think I factored in the +1. That's why I didn't know. So would it be +5?
Yes.
Okay. That's 10 points.
She misses. I've rolled twice over 70.
Mm. I missed the second time.
76. This is not her night.
She had too much to drink.
Yep.
Oops, hot 6. There's no crits in this thing, if I remember correctly, right?
There's ways to knock out, and I think it's. Oh, any roll that ends in a 0 is a knockout. So no.
Okay. And that one time, 8 points that time.
Okay. This time she hits, rolls a 17,
There you go. Swing harder.
and hits you for 16 points of damage.
Ouch.
Okay. 18, that'll hit for 14 points of damage.
Okay, that's getting near. Hold on.
Changing credits with the other Yazarians.
And she hits you for 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
And she's smiling. She's like, at least she's giving as good as she's getting.
That's a 40, that'll hit, and that ends in a 0.
It does end in a 0? Okay, hold on.
Well,
Let me-
I rolled a 40.
Right.
Yeah. I think they roll for stamina or something. Is that right?
Yeah.
Do I still do damage?
Yeah, give me the damage.
9.
Their current stamina is going to suck. So
Right, her current stamina is. Her knees go wobbly.
Hmm.
And you see her eyes kind of roll back in the back of her head, and she starts getting foamy at the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And two of her friends tackle her.
Oh, that would have been bad.
Right. And they were like, fair is fair. You challenged him. Just take a breath. And she's like, we're sorry. She always gets this way when she drinks.
she's an ugly drunk.
And then and then to save face, she challenges you to a drinking contest. So basic stamina.
Oh wow!
Not the current damage stamina. or-
No, your basic stamina
Okay.
after.
I failed.
Okay.
She saves face.
Although you did knock her out in hand-to-hand combat, which was embarrassing, she does drink you under the table. So at the end, by morning, you guys are fast friends, and there's no hard feelings.
Let's see, it's not fair. They have all those hollow bones to hold the extra alcohol.
And she actually, the woman you rescued, Zenga, actually cooks the meal, and she's like a 5-star fucking chef. She's one of the most famous celebrity chefs on Solar Minor. So it's one of the best meals you've ever had in your life. And still, she's complaining that if I knew you would have done this, I would have had food flown in for when my husband's strike team freed me.
Oh yeah, wait a minute. What's the name of that restaurant? I think we're getting like free meals for life. Isn't that?
Oh, is that what my husband promised you? He's really free with he's really free with my favors. But no, I will grant whatever conditions my husband set. And other than you took my brother without harming, without breaking his skin, so I owe you that at least. That'll embarrass him enough that he'll never try anything this stupid again. So the feast goes wonderfully well. And by morning, they're already starting to dismantle the camp and load it into the starship.
See, that's the problem. They had 3-dimensional thinking.
Yes, they did.
And as they're packing up the camp, you guys are, basically the guy who you almost killed gives you his quarters. So you have a cabin to yourself, and after you eat, you kind of sleep it off. It's the next morning. By then, when you're getting up, they've already dismantled most of the camp. Unless there's anything you guys want to do or say or get to know these guys other than drinking contests and fist fights.
I apologize for not, almost killing the guy, not knowing there was a stun setting. So.
He says, he smiles and he says, "That's the most foolish thing I've ever heard anyone say." He says, "Because mine was not set for stun." Ooh. He says, "I trusted that." He goes, "Perhaps my second or third shot I would have switched to stun, but only a fool would have started off with that." But luckily you didn't pay with your foolishness for your life. But that's dim thinking, Thorga, my friend. He says, "Because I would have fucking fried you if I would have beaten." Did he miss or you hit it?
He missed.
He missed.
Yeah,
Or did he hit you and you made it?
No, he hit and I made it. Yeah.
He goes like had I known you weren't alone, I would have fried you. Anyway, so he wishes you well. They let you keep the electro stunner. He gives you it was on a belt pack, so he gives you the ammo for it and the belt.
Nice.
And as they basically ask you to come to the platform where their starship is, because that's the last one they're going to dismantle. They're not going to dismantle that one. They can't. So they're going to get in the starship and leave, and then this platform will be here for the air transport to land when she calls. So they dismantle everything. They get in the starship, and the last thing that she does, Zenga actually receives a gift from her sister-in-law, and what it is, it's a cryo case with samples, and it has, she says, something to a reward that's fitting for you in your new life, in your new clan. And she goes, "I'm not in Clan Kabaria. We're both outcasts." And she says, "But still, something for my niece whom I hope to meet." And she says, "If you want to give one to Thorga, that would be fitting. And one to your husband. There are 6 embryos of Kabaria in this."
Is that like a appetizer?
Those are those large Yazarian horses that are sacred to his clan.
So you got a frozen horse?
What?
Got a giant frozen horse?
No, it's the embryo. He'll need to find some way, a donor animal. But basically, she's given you like the embryos of like 6. She's given her the embryos of 6 like prize horses.
Maybe we can grow it in Larmo. What do you think, Larmo? Will it grow?
He'll just eat them.
I missed what you said. I didn't catch it.
Maybe we can grow it in Larmo.
Just say yes. Just say yes.
So the Yazarians take off, and they leave. They take down the camouflage tarp. So now there's like an open hole in the canopy about 50 meters above this platform. And the platform's the only sign of the camp. So she gets on the radio and she starts, "Pelgra, this is Zenga. We're ready for pickup."
And that's when they detonate the explosives.
"Pelgra, this is Zenga. We are at," and she reads off your coordinates. "We are waiting for pickup. Please respond." "Pelgra, please respond."
Uh-oh.
"Pelgra?"
That's not good.
and she looks over at you guys and says, "Miss," to Joe, "gentlemen, there may be a problem."
Dun, dun, dun.
And that's where we're going to break this session.
I like it. I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay, so in retrospect, you had the team pretty spread out.
Yeah.
Because of actually rolling 12 was bad because it put that patrol close enough to come around to intersect you, but you didn't pay for it. They failed their roll, didn't detect you. So by the time you guys were in the camp, there were only 2 members of their strike team to defend. One of which you took out by surprise, and the other, you almost
sheer viciousness.
you almost ganked the guy, but that's the nature of the game.
Yeah.
So at this point, part 1 of the adventure is over. Everyone gets 3 points. Larmo, you got an additional 1 in the first session, so you have 4. And Finknottle, you got an additional 1 for 1 figuring out, hey, let's not stand under the killer mushrooms that can't really move.
I have
Larmo, and Larmo for let's pull these out before the venom drips on us because that can't be good. So you guys got 4. Everyone else has 3. Now you can
to do what? What are these points for?
To acquire new skills and improve existing skills.
Okay.
Now here's the kicker, guys. If you wish to spend them now to improve existing skills, you can. You cannot spend them to learn new skills because you're still in this freaking jungle or rainforest or whatever.
Yeah.
We haven't done anything else.
You
Makes
can
sense.
bank them and save them and then do a general skill upgrade after.
Trying to say Larmo and Fish can't pick up extra climbing.
I would entertain the idea of you guys cross-training to learn a new skill. Like if somebody had a skill and the other person didn't. But that would take a few days, and I don't think you want to be here that long.
No.
Especially because other than the rations you brought in with you, and thankfully the large meal you just ate the night before, you don't have any supplies.
You eat mushrooms.
Eat mushrooms. She'd at least know which ones are poisonous or not. Okay, so next week we will start your trek out of the Falov Forest and your search for Pelgra.
Next
2 weeks, right?
2 weeks.
Next week
2
or
weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks. Next session.
So that's what, the 6th?
The 6th. Yeah.
Yes, the 6th. You do know where he was parking. He was going to be on that plateau to the south.
Way to the south. It's a long way.
Well, let's see how far.
If only we just had a spaceship that could have.
Can we call them
More
back?
Rangers.
Okay, so
I mean, we haven't even run into that devil spine worm, so at least not a living one.
the camp is about here. The platform you're looking for is here.
Is he here? I thought he was at the clearing.
C. He's at C.
Oh,
So
All right. So let's count the number of squares that is.
so let's
Or
say you're
hexes,
here.
rather. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
You were 16.
That's an 8. That'll take. If we left at dawn, we'd get there midday.
Okay, so it's a 16-kilometer trek through dangerous.
There's stuff between him and us and that. So
Like a lake.
Oh,
it would take all day to get there.
And this is the top of a plateau.
Right.
The damage I took last night, it was that
The
non-lethal?
yeah, that was non-lethal, and the doctors patched their physician patched you guys up anything you needed.
Okay.
How fast do
So
I
that's what we're going to
glide?
be doing. So that's what we're going to be dealing with next time.
That's what you're going to be dealing with next time.
Okay.
All right. So, any questions?
No, sounds good.
All right. I'm sorry if it was anticlimactic, but you guys made some very lucky choices.
No, it wasn't anticlimactic. It was good. I loved
I'm
it.
sorry, we're a fully trained military unit. Okay,
You guys
that was the
you just
A-team.
lucked out.
That was my favorite dose grenade.
That was a very effective dose grenade. That I could just see him. He's on the radio and he looks over and he's like, "Oh shit!" And he's like,
Well,
He's like, "Oh god!"
I don't know that I was expecting to get seen either. So he probably looked at me and I looked at him, and he was like,
he has a gas mask.
Yeah. Well, the gas shot like right into his face, apparently.
Right. So well played, sir. Well played. All right, so that's going to be it. We'll end this broadcast. Let me just give me 1 second. I'd like to thank all the little people. No.
Exactly. Everybody have happy holidays. Yeah, exactly.
Well, yes, happy.
Yes.
We'll be having Christmas and New Year's before we all meet again. So, if you want to be part of the adventure, check out our Patreon channel. The link will be in the show notes. If you be sure to hit the like button if you did like it, and subscribe if you're so inclined. The Frontier is alive and well. There's a vibrant community for Star Frontiers fans and players, game masters. So check out Frontier Explorer magazine. It's a free download. Pay what you want. You can get physical copies of Frontier Explorer on Drive-Thru RPG. The links to both are going to be in our show notes. Thanks to our patron, Jim Berrier, our original settler, who's still our first and unfortunately still only settler. We hope to have more of you. Jim's been getting entertained with lots of maps and illustrations, and he received the stats for our now famous death shrooms, and he will be getting the stats for every member of the Invia war party as well.
Nice.
So if you're interested in that sort of thing and being a part of our game universe, please check out our Patreon. And that's it. We'll see everyone in a couple of weeks. We'll be having some interviews and some other little bobs and odds and ends. So yeah, hit the subscribe to see what's going on between then and now. All right. Stay safe, everyone.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a good holiday.
Night and
Night.
bye.